I encourage our parents to write down questions that they want to see me answer for them to encourage them or help them with their teenagers or children during this quarantine time. And if you have a question, I encourage you to email me at pmattcbc@gmail.com. And I would love to answer your questions via this format if you like, or if you just want me to respond through an email, that's fine as well. I just want to be a help and encouragement to you as you parent during these crazy times that we're living in. So here's the question. Part 1 was yesterday. Here's part 2. Here's the question. How do you guide your child to find joy in days they feel sad, different, lonely, when it's hard to understand where their feelings are coming from? Part 1 was to prepare them to hear truth by investing in them. And now part 2 here is to start telling them the truth, share truth with them. And I want you to start by sharing your story. I'm sure you have moments of your life when you felt the exact same way, where you felt sad for some reason, you felt lonely, you felt discouraged. We've all had those feelings. And you don't have to say back when I was a teenager, because that might be a really long time for some of you. But you don't have to say that. You can say, this last week, here's what I was struggling with. It's important for us as parents to help our kids and our teenagers to see that we struggle with life too. That life isn't easy or perfect for us, and we battle through a lot of the same discouragements that teenagers battle through. We just hide it a lot better maybe than our teenagers do. So share with them your story of this last week or this last month when things didn't go as you planned, as you're not able to see your friends anymore either. Share the discouragements and how you've dealt with them. Say, I've been through the same thing, and here's what God has done in my life. Here's some verses that I went to that have encouraged me. So remember in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, it says that God comforts us. Why? So that we could go and comfort others with that same comfort that He comforts us in. So I encourage you to share your honest story with them. They won't feel quite as alone once you do. Secondly, I encourage you to tell them the story of Moses. Moses had a lot of struggles as he was leading people through the wilderness. He was around a lot of people, yet he felt alone many times being the leader of this great company of people. Tell them the story of Elijah, who even after did the miraculous feat, fire coming down from heaven, defeating those prophets of Baal, and then he runs away discouraged and troubled. Tell the story of David. He was many times fleeing for his life, once even from his own son. That's got to be a tough thing to go through. So there are many stories throughout Scripture that show this same thing that they're going through. Sadness, loneliness. Now it's the specifics are different. The exact circumstances don't line up perfectly with what your teenager is going through, but the same heart issues are there. Why are you sad? Why was this person in Scripture sad? Why are you lonely? Why did this person in Scripture feel lonely? What did they do? What do they need to do in order to encourage them or help them? What did God do to bring them out? And then lastly, tell them about Jesus. Point them to Christ when He was discouraged. Did Jesus have any moments of loneliness? Right, all the way up to the cross. His disciples abandoned Him. But what does He still say to people? Forgive them. When He was tired and exhausted and wanted to get alone to pray, but He saw people coming down, what did He do? He had compassion on them. Share with your teen that Jesus will have compassion on them as well. Now, you might not understand. You say, I don't understand where their feelings are coming from. They might not know either. They are just having these feelings. And if they don't know, and you don't know, guess who does know? Jesus. Point them to Christ. And then lastly, pray with them. After you've had this wonderful conversation with them, maybe the conversation doesn't go as well as you think it should have gone, or in your mind you had it going perfectly, but it just didn't go anywhere. Pray with them anyways. Say, you know what? I don't really know what's going on. I don't understand, I don't get it, and you seem to maybe not understand either. Maybe you do, but you just don't want to share with me. It's okay. God knows. Let's turn to God. Do you mind if I pray for you? And then hearing you pray for them, they will get to hear your love for them. They will get to hear your compassion for them. That when they are able to finally understand what they're going through, maybe they're finally ready at a point in time, it's like, okay, I feel ready to talk about this. They'll know that you care. They know that you love them, and they've heard you pray for them. And so I pray that this opens doors for you. If you have follow-up questions, please let me know. But I hope this is a help to you. I hope this helps you engage with your student, and I'll be praying for you. I know that's a tough thing to go through when kids won't open up and share what's really going on. But point them to Christ. That's where they're going to find their joy. But you build that relationship first, help prepare their hearts, and then go into it and start sharing truth, sharing the joys of Christ. And I'm praying for you. If you have more questions, I encourage you to send them in, pmattcbc@gmail.com, and I would love to answer them as best as I'm able.